So, everyone, we're super excited to be here and welcome to the launch of the first Coin Ceylon Intersect Sri Lanka Townhall event. I am Sanjay Vanigasekara, the community manager for Coin Ceylon. We also have Karinda Karya Peruma, who is our founder CEO and hub manager for Sri Lanka. Next up, we have Reshan Fernando, our COO, as well as our CTO Malik Fauz and our CFO Isrul Mahanama. And also, again, we do have two special guest speakers on board with us from Intersect as well. Starting off with Nick Cook, Head of Membership and Community at Intersect MBO, as well as Abhik Nag, also known as ABS, Community Manager for Intersect MBO. Um, I know there's a little bit of a time gap now from the time we started, but I'll just quickly give a quick introduction as to CoinCeylon and what we do again before we move on to the agenda. So we were founded in 2021, and the first project that we ever started was the launch of the first Cardano stake pool in Sri Lanka, and we received a lot of feedback from the local community as well as the international community in Cardano. And again, we launched the CoinCeylon forum, which was a platform meant for blockchain enthusiasts and like people who want to learn more about blockchain technology. And it was basically a place for them to gather and ask and learn and basically answer questions if anyone had them. And the biggest project of all at that moment that we did was the launch of the first multi-purpose NFT project, which is the Yakasi NFT project. And that also we've been working on for quite some time. So that was quite a big endeavor for us, as well as now moving into a blockchain education, which we're quite passionate about. So that's what CoinCeylon is going to be doing moving forward for the time being. And in the meantime, of course, we did host several community meetups and media events for CoinCeylon as well as Cardano. And we also hosted our local summit for the Cardano Summit for the past 3 years. And so, yeah, we've been doing quite a lot in Sri Lanka for the past couple of years. And we were also able to go for the summit last year, which was held in Dubai. And we've basically met a lot of amazing people there. And like we were able to also represent Sri Lanka at the same time. And now finally we're here with Intersect on board as the third hub in the world, and also the first hub in Southeast Asia. So we're super excited, and um, yeah, we're ready to kick things off. And so I'm just gonna go through a quick rundown on the agenda for today. So starting off, up next, we have um, Intersect's community manager Abhik Nag, who will be giving a introduction to Intersect. So basically, its mission and the role it has in the Cardano ecosystem. And I think Kavinda has a translation for that ready right after. And followed by that, obviously, Kavinda will be going into a bit introduction to the Sri Lankan hub, as well as additional membership benefits that we have going on. Right after that, we have Nick Cook, who is going to speak about activities worldwide and the general thoughts of the Sri Lankan hub. And finally, we have Reshan coming up right after with a detailed recap into our expo event, which was held last week. And also, of course, not forgetting, there is community engagement time as well as a Q&A session at the end. So yeah, so that is the agenda for our first discussion, and I'd like to invite the community manager from Intersect, Abs, over to start off the introduction to Intersect. Abs, the floor is yours.
Hi, yes, Sanjay, thank you for introducing me. Yes, my name is Abhik. I am the community manager at Intersect MBO. And firstly, thank you for having us here. Amazing to be part of your first town hall and really to share some insight as where Intersect is. So let's begin with what Intersect is. It's a member-based organization, and I know that's a mouthful. Every time you hear that member-based organization, what exactly does that mean? Well, it is basically a space where Cardano members and community members sort of come in and talk and plan, and they sort of build together as to where Cardano's future should be going. Now, the whole thing is to actually bring members together for a similar or a focused vision, making Cardano's ecosystem innovative, transparent, and secure. The key thing here is to have each of you guys who have joined Intersect to actually be at the driving seat of Cardano's future. Now, the way these are done, or it is achieved really, is like there are 5 ways of doing it. One is by the support of the community to develop the ecosystem. And this is by hosting developer-focused conferences, hackathons, and events such as this one itself, what we're doing right now. The second one is administrate and champion Cardano's community-led on-chain governance. This is by implementing development and progression of the SIP 1694. The third way is to obviously deliver the Cardano's vision and roadmap. And this is by creating funding opportunities for initiatives from throughout the community members who are coming in. And then, of course, the next one is the coordinate of the Cardano's continuation, which is by delivering tech service needed to build the core areas of Cardano's today. And the last but not least is to facilitate and promote open source, which is, of course, necessary for the ongoing development of Cardano's core tech. Now, having said all this, the main reason for Intersect being there is, of course, having all community members talk in one area off-chain, and then bring it into SIP 1694 where they vote. Now, Intersect as a team was very small last year, but we achieved a lot. We had about probably 8 people. And I think when you guys saw us at the Cardano Summit, we were there. And we achieved a lot at that time. We had over 800 members who joined in. We went to various events, Token 2049 in Singapore, Cardano Summit, of course, NFT XLV, Rare Evo. I can go on with the list. This year, it's even more important, more crazier, and more faster. Intersect's moving at a very fast pace, and that is why the team of Intersect has grown exponentially. Rather than only a handful of 10, we have over 25 members in, and they're working day in, day out to making sure Intersect's a great, great success. So far, we have had various grants, and of course, not to mention, we have over 1,500 members who have already joined Intersect. Nick, you could correct me. Maybe it's higher than that. And then, of course, not to mention the community hubs, which is an amazing initiative that has been brought through. And we already have 4, Sri Lanka being one of them. Of course, we have LATAM, Japan, and Vada. So, and 2 more in the works in South Korea and Oceania. So with that being said, I just want to give a big thanks to Sri Lanka Hub doing what they're doing right now. From the last 2 weeks, what we saw, it was just amazing. And I can tell you, all our Intersect team are really looking at every activity that you have done and just going, oh my God, this is just an amazing hub. And I cannot wait to see what else you guys bring in. So with that being said, I give it to you, Kavi, whoever wants to take on the translation.
Hi, Abs. Thanks for that, and thanks for the lovely comments as well. And they say all good things are usually accompanied by challenges at start. So we'll take that quote and start our first town hall here. So Sanjay, thanks for giving a brief rundown on the hub and also regarding Coin Ceylon as well. And so I will get into what Ab said briefly in a nutshell in Sinhalese so that it gives an idea. ඇත්තටම ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානය කියන්නේ කුමක්ද කියන එක ගැන තමයි ඇප්ස් ඇත්තටම සඳහන් කළේ. ඇප්ස් තමයි මෙහි සාමූහිකයේ කමියුනිටි මැනේජර් විදිහට ඉන්නේ. ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානය කියලා ඇත්තටම කියන්නේ සමාජිකයන් පදනම් කරගෙන සැකසුණු කඩානෝ ජාලයට, කඩානෝ බ්ලොක්චේන් ජාලයට සම්බන්ධ සංවිධානයක්. එසේ තමයි අපිට ඒක හඳුන්වලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඇත්තටම කඩානෝ බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණයෙහි අඛණ්ඩ පැවැත්ම, ඒ වගේම අනාගත සංවර්ධනය සහතික කිරීමට හවුල් වන සහ වග කියන සංවිධානයක් විදිහට තමයි ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානය එස්ටැබ්ලිෂ් වෙන්නේ. ඇත්තටම එහි ආරක්ෂිකාරී බව, විනිවිදභාවය සහ අලුත් නව්‍යකරණයෙන් යුතු ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට්ස් ගේන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එකට රිස්පොන්සිබල් ඕගනයිසේෂන් එකක් විදිහට තමයි ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් ඕගනයිසේෂන් එක MBO එක එස්ටැබ්ලිෂ් වෙන්නේ. ඇත්තටම ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සාමූහිකයට අනුබල සපයන ආධාරක 5ක් තියෙනවා. ඒකේ එකක් තමයි සංවර්ධන කේන්ද්‍රීය සම්මන්ත්‍රණ තාක්ෂණික උත්සව වගේ දේවල් පවත්වලා ඒක තුලින් බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය ඉදිරියට අරන් යන එක. ඒ වගේම කඩානෝ බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය සඳහා විමධ්‍යගත පරිපාලන ක්‍රමවේදයක් යෝජනා කරලා තියෙන මොඩියුල් එකක් ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමත් ඒක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ප්‍රජාවේ අනුමැතිය ලැබපු තාක්ෂණික උපාය මාර්ග සහ සැලැස්මන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම සහ සම්බන්ධී කිරීමත් ඒ ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඒ සියලුම දේවල් වලින් සැකසුණු සංවිධානයක් තමයි ඇතරම ඒ ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානය කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට තව ඇප්ස් මෙතනදී ප්‍රකාශ කළා මේක ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානයේ ගොඩක් අලුත් කඩානු බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය ඇතුලේ ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානය පටන් ගත්තේ 9 දෙනෙක්ගෙන් ගිය අවුරුද්දේ. දැන් මේ වෙනකොට 1500කට වැඩි පිරිසක් මේකත් සමග සහභාගී වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒකෙන්ද මේ ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානය ඉතාමත්ම වේගයෙන් ඩෙවලොප් වෙනවා ලෝකේ පුරාම බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය සහ නවෝත්පාදනය දියුණු කිරීම ඇතුළුව බ්ලොක්චේන් ගවර්නන්ස්. ඒ කඩාන බ්ලොක්චේන් ගවර්නන්ස් එකට උදව් කරන්න සහ ඒකට හවුල්කාරීන් විදිහට සියලුම දෙනාට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට තමයි මේක සැකසුම් ලැබිලා තියෙන්නේ. දැනට ඇප්ස් ප්‍රකාශ කළා 25 දෙනෙක්ගෙන් ෆුල් ටයිම් මෙම්බර්ස්ලාගෙන් තමයි එතන සියලුම ක්‍රියාකාරී දේවල් සිදු වෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම ලෝකේ පුරා දැනට කමියුනිටි හබ්ස් එහෙම නැත්නම් ප්‍රජා සමූහ 4ක් දැනට ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙලා තියෙනවා. ජපානය, ලතින් ඇමරිකාව, තුන්වෙනි එක විදිහට ශ්‍රී ලංකාව, ඊට පස්සේ අප්‍රිකාව වගේම තව රටවල් ගොන්නක් මේකට එකතු වෙන්න ඉස්සරහට සැලසුම් කරගෙන තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ තුල ලංකාවට මේ අවස්ථාව ලැබීම සහ අපි ඒ අවස්ථාවෙන් ප්‍රයෝජන අරගෙන දැනට අපි කරලා තියෙන දේවල් දිහා බලලා ඇත්තටම ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් සංවිධානයත් ඒ කඩානු බ්ලොක්චේන් සංවිධානයත් ඉතාමත්ම සතුටටපත් වෙනවා කියන එක ඇප්ස් ප්‍රකාශ කළා. ඉතින් ඒකට ස්තුතිය කරන්නත් ඇත්තටම ඔහුට ඕනලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම මේ බ්ලොක්චේන් සමාගම කඩානු වගේ බ්ලොක්චේන් සමාගමක් සමග ඍජු සම්බන්ධයක් ඇති කරගෙන බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය සමග ලංකාවේ ඇතුළේ ලංකාවේ සමාජයට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන් හොඳ අවස්ථාවක් කියන එක මේක මේ වෙලාවේ ප්‍රකාශ කරන්න ඕනේ. So I gave a brief rundown on your explanation. So I hope everyone got that as well.
I can tell you that.
Because I had to like break it down in a certain way because I got a few notes down. So hopefully I did a good job at explaining it. But yeah, so
Thank you.
moving on from that, yeah, no worries. Moving on from that, I'll just give a small rundown, just a few slides we've got here just to give a brief understanding on what the local hub here in Sri Lanka is planning on doing. So I'll first run this through in English so that everybody will be able to get it. And after that, I will go into a little bit more detail in Sinhala as well so that it has more inclusivity. So for everybody who's joining Intersect, I know some of you might have been with us at the summit, the expo that we had last week for 5 days, which we had the booth. Rashan will probably go into that a little bit more in detail on the next few slides. But so if you are joining as an Intersect member, There are a few membership categories that you can join up to. One of it being the associate member. And a lot of the people who we interacted with during the expo as well were quite interested in learning a little bit more about Cardano governance and also blockchain technology in general as well. So they're quite interested. So they were asking, oh, can we be a part of Intersect? Will that cost us a lot of money to be a part of it since there's a membership and stuff like that? Where we actually are really happy to say that the associate membership is completely free of charge. So you can join us. You get the access to all our town halls like this one we have right now. And we have the newsletters coming in. We have the Discords. And you can also get appointed to one of the working groups. There's quite a few of the working groups within the Intersect ecosystem as well. So that is one thing that you can think of when you're joining us. So you don't need to spend money. If you're interested, you can definitely be a part of it. And the next one is the individual founding member. For that, you also get all the benefits of an associate tier, as well as the Intersect voting rights. Some of you who have been within the Cardano ecosystem, you know that there was the ICC elections that just concluded just a couple of days ago. And for that and beyond, with all of the ecosystem voting rights, you get that as a individual founding member. So you get the voting rights, and also you get to participate in communities and working groups, and you get access to all the Intersect events, and you get the eligibility to be nominated to the governing board. So this is actually priced at just $10 a year. So we had a lot of people asking us about this, even at the expo about this as well, and asking how the pricing models and stuff that came up. We said, no, it's just that you when you want to be a part of Intersect and you know the kind of work that's been carried out, and you can really get into the governing sector, and you can actually be an influence on how the blockchain network goes in the future, what it's going to do in the future, and how the path is going to be taken. So it's a huge impact for everyone. So there's a lot of interest in that as well. So I think we had over 113 on something like that members who signed up for the associate membership. And for the founding members, I think we had close to, I think, nearing about 20 members now, I think. So it's growing pretty fast. And we're just having the first town hall. So we have a lot of things planned up in the coming months ahead as well. So I'll go into that. The next one is the enterprise founding member. So you also get all the benefits of the individual tier, as well as you get to add your team members, and you also get access to larger funding opportunities and grants and things like that, and early visibility of the Cardano technical backlog. And also you get a chance to present at the AMM, the annual members meeting, and your profile gets featured in the annual report, and you also get a profile on the Intersect website as well. That's going to be coming soon. It's not currently live. This membership will be coming up soon as well. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more on that, please do get in touch with us. Getting on to the Sri Lankan, the local hub. Apart from all of those benefits I just discussed a little while ago, we also have identified 12 member benefits for the local hub on how we can actually improve it. If we get into some of the benefits, the number one benefit that we are focused a lot on is the localization of all the content. So all of the events that we have, all the resource material that we'll be providing, everything we will be providing it in Sinhala and Tamil as well, so that it will, because there is a small language barrier, when especially during regarding the developer community, there is a small language barrier that they are a little bit skeptical to come on board, thinking that there might be a bit of a communication issue, or they might not be able to understand things more clearly. So we have decided that we are going to be doing it in both languages as well as English, so that you will be able to cater to that. And the other one is we'll be having you get access to all our events that we are planning on having, like workshops. We are already in discussion with a couple of universities in Sri Lanka, and you get to hear about it in the, I think, early next month. You might be able to hear about that as well. And working with universities, and we'll be having workshops as well. And you also get networking opportunities, because if you are if you're involved in blockchain development in Sri Lanka, especially in the Cardano ecosystem, or if you want to get in and if you want to improve on it a little bit more, you can network, you know where to get started. If you want to know what the tools that you have in terms of developments and how you can connect with the right people, we can help you out with that as well. And also we'll be providing discounted rates for local conferences and seminars for the tech community. We will also be having our own conferences and seminars as well. Apart from that, most of the larger tech conferences that are taking place in Sri Lanka, we will also be giving discounted rates for all of the members who are joining us as well. And volunteering opportunities where you can actually volunteer with us, because we will be doing a lot of work, like I mentioned, with universities and schools and things like that to get this moving, and mentorship and advisory services as well in terms of experts from the Cardano ecosystem. If you are developing something sophisticated, and if it's a product that you're building on this, and if you need a little bit more help on that sense, we will be there to guide you on that path as well. And also local business and startup support. And did I hear? No, I thought I heard a word. Someone, sorry. All the local business and startup support, as well as the local marketing and promotion, because we will be giving featuring your projects and the things that you're doing with the community here in Sri Lanka. We will be doing a lot of media exposure and PR campaigns to get the things that you build on the blockchain ecosystems here up to the global level. And the one that I mentioned earlier, the academic and research collaboration as well. Then also cultural and recreational activities. A lot of people have asked us even during the expo, is this the only thing that you're going to do? Are you guys not going to do like social events, and like actually not going to have like other things like team building activities? It's like, no, it's not just that. We are actually trying to make it a really fun place to be with, where you actually engage and you also make friends at the same time, and you make lasting connections. So that is an idea that we have. And also early access to hub resources and programs. All our members will be getting early access to everything that's been done in Intersect when it's rolling out. And we are working on a recognition and awards program for the local community. The things that are coming out from Sri Lanka, we are helping to make sure that they get recognized at the global level as well as the local level. So those are some of the areas that we're working on. And also moving on from the information side of things on whether when you want to get more information regarding this, we actually do have a localized page, which is currently at intersect.coinceylon.com. But however, it will be on the Intersect MBO page as well. We will be launching the official hub pages. We are a few steps ahead at the moment, but we will be incorporating that onto the official website, and then you will be able to access all of the content, all of the benefits, and everything that we do will be in Sinhala and then in Tamil as well. So we make sure that everybody is included, so you don't have to feel like if you can't understand something, if it doesn't have to be because of a language barrier, or it doesn't have to be because you don't know someone, or you don't know where to start, or things like that. So we want to make sure that that part is covered as well. So that's basically everything in a nutshell, but I will just give a small rundown on the benefits in Sinhala, just a brief rundown on that. I'm actually showing the website, which is live right now. So you can, if you go into the intersectcoinceylon.com, you can actually read through all of these things. ලංකාවේ ඇතුලේ ඉන්න ඔගොල්ලන්ට ඇත්තටම සමාජික ප්‍රතිලාභ විදිහට මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා කතා කරපු ප්‍රතිලාභ වලට අමතරව ප්‍රතිලාභ 12ක් අපි ඉස්සරහට දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඒකට මේ intersectcoinceylon.com කියන වෙබ්සයිට් එකට ගියොත් එහෙම එතනින් ඔගොල්ලන්ට මේ ඩීටේල්ස් ඔක්කොම දැනගන්න පුළුවන්. මේක ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව නිසා මේකට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න බෑ කියන මතෙන් අපි අයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක අපි අයින් කරගන්න මේකට අවශ්‍ය ඔක්කොම රිසෝසස් අපි සිංහල සහ දෙමළ භාෂාවෙන් ඉස්සරහට දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපි දැනට සිංහල භාෂාවෙන් මේවා ටික දීලා තියෙනවා. අපි මේවා ටික දැන් දෙමළ භාෂාවට අපි පරිවර්තනය කරගෙන යනවා. ඊළඟ මාස කීපය ඇතුළත ඒව ඔයගලන්ට ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. අපි කරන ඉවෙන්ට්ස් වලත් ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවට අමතරව සිංහල දෙමළ භාෂාවෙනුත් අපි සියලුම සැසි පවත්වනවා. පුහුණු සැසි සහ networking events වල workshops ඒ කරන සියලුම දේවල් අපි කරන්නේ භාෂා දෙකෙන්ම සියලුම දෙනාට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට. එතකොට දේශීය සම්වර්ධන සහ වැඩමුළු වලට ආය කරන ගාස්තු වලටත් අපි වට්ටම් ලබා දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඒවට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න යම්කිසි බාධාවක් තියෙනවා නම් අපි ඒකට උදව් කරන්නත් ලෑස්ති. ඒ වගේම දේශීය ව්‍යාපාර බ්ලොක්චේන් ව්‍යාපාර සෙටප් කරගන්නේ කොහොමද, ඒවා ඉස්සරහට කරගෙන යන්නේ කොහොමද කියන දෙයටත් ඒවට මාධ්‍ය අනුග්‍රහය ලබා දීලා ලංකාව ඇතුලේ ඕගොල්ලන් හදන බ්ලොක්චේන් ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් වලින් කරන දේවල් සහ ගවර්නන්ස් සෙක්ටර් එකට ඕගොල්ලන් සම්බන්ධ වෙන්නේ කොහොමද, ඕගොල්ලන් එකකින් ලබා ගන්න දේවල් මොනවද කියන එක ගැන ලෝකෙට කියන්න අපි ලංකාවේ ඇතුලේ මාධ්‍යත් ලෝකයේ තියෙන මාධ්‍ය සහ කඩාණු මීඩියා වල තියෙන සියලුම networking connections අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඒක ලබා දෙන්න. ඊට අමතරව අපි යුනිවර්සිටිස් සහ ඉස්කෝලවලත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා සියලුම විශ්වවිද්‍යාල කීපයක් අපි දැනට කතා කරගෙන යනවා. ඒක කැලණි විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයට අපි ඇත්තටම ඉස්සර දැන් කතා කරලා තියෙනවා මේ ළඟදී. ඒගොල්ලන්ගෙන් උත් අපිට ඇත්තටම ඉතාමත් හොඳ ප්‍රතිචාරයක් ලැබුණා එක්ස්පෝ එකේදී. ඒගොල්ලන් උත් අපිට ඇවිල්ලා මෙන්න මේ දේ ඒ යුනිවර්සිටිස් ඇතුලේ ප්‍රචාරණය කරන එක සහ යුනිවර්සිටිස් වල ඉන්න ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලාට කොහොමද මේක හදාගන්න පුළුවන්, මේකේ හරි විදිහට බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක ගැන විස්තර අපි කියන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම වසරේ අවසානයේට අවෝඩ් සෙරමනි එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ ඇගයීමට පාත්‍ර කරන සහ සම්මාන ප්‍රදාන උත්සවයක්ත් අපි කරන්න ලෑස්ති කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒකින්ද මේකේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ගොඩාක්ම මේ ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල්ම විතරක් තියෙනවා කියලා හිතන්න එපා. අපි මේකේ ඇත්තටම ඒවට අමතරව තවත් අපේ සංස්කෘතික සහ වෙනත් ක්‍රියාකාරකම් සහ උත්සවත් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒකින්ද මේක ඇත්තටම තවත් ඔයගලන්ට නෙට්වර්ක් කරගන්න, කටිය අඳුර ගන්න ඉතාමත් හොඳ අවස්ථාවක් මේකේ තියෙනවා කියන එකත් ඇත්තටම කියන්න ඕනේ.
All right, Kavinder, thank you for that explanation into our membership benefits. And again, Abs, thank you for the introduction to Intersect. But now I'd like to invite Nick over to the floor to speak a little bit about global activities and his feedback on and his thoughts on the Sri Lankan hub. Nick, over to you.
Hey everybody. First of all, thanks very much for inviting us. It's great to be with you guys today, and generally really exciting for us as well. And I guess I'll talk a little bit about the Sri Lanka hub first. I mean, you guys have only been going for about 4 weeks now, and you know, credit where it's due. In that 4 weeks, what you've achieved is quite incredible. You know, you have a localized website up and running for the local community. You attended a huge event last week in which you generated, you know, a plethora of media in a number of ways, TV interviews on news, you know, that it's incredible. And on top of that, you had every bit of merch available from an Intersect perspective. And last week alone, you guys at that event drove more sign-ups to Intersect than any other country in the world. I think it was over 120 people signed up to your hub last week as a result of the activity that you're delivering and driving. And that's pretty incredible. Hubs are a really important thing for us at Intersect. And that's mainly based around the fact that we're very, very keen to promote participation and collaboration globally. It's really important for us in the governance of Intersect and moving the technology forward and what that looks like from the perspective of real global representation. It breaks down a little bit if we only have people in a few select countries that are getting involved in making decisions. So this hub in particular, first one in South Asia, is really critical for us in, you know, bringing a new audience, as well as people who are already sitting within the Cardano ecosystem and may have some experience, but also driving new people to the ideas of governance, what that looks like, becoming involved in that governance, and two real key areas, which are kind of participation and collaboration. It's really important that people get involved and realize that they can have a voice, they can join working groups, they can join committees, and they can actually have a say in the future of what things look like. We have over 51 working groups currently, and we're starting to see some of the Sri Lankan community drive into some of those in the last couple of weeks, which is amazing for us. In terms of globally, this is a new thing for us. This is all new. There's no real existing blueprint for us of how to run a hub. So from an Intersect perspective, we've built something that we think works. But when we roll out each hub, we take a huge amount of guidance from the partner who's actually going to be delivering in that region, because ultimately they understand the culture, they understand the lay of the land, they understand where the gaps are in knowledge and education within their region. And so there isn't really a one size that fits all for hubs. But what I certainly would say is that the way that you guys have approached this as a viable business almost, and a real business acumen to it, has been super successful in a very short period of time, and we really hope that that continues, because it's really exciting for us. And in actual fact, what it means is that we can plug together and plug in all of our hub managers to have discussions around what things are working for them, what things might not be working for them, what things are popular, what things might not be quite so popular. And so we start building this global community of hub managers who can then start sharing information between themselves. And that's when it starts getting really exciting as well. So like I say, you guys have delivered amazingly already in just a 4-week period, and it's so exciting. And everybody within Intersect is generally really excited about this. We're really keen to drive everyone to this governance model. We're keen for your community to grow in Sri Lanka. It's amazing that people are starting to now get involved off the back of this and join and show an interest. And that's what this is all about. That's what the whole model of governance is about. Participation, collaboration, and representation. And that's what we're really starting to see after just 4 weeks from Sri Lanka, which is pretty incredible. I know that Abs and I have had a number of discussions about this, and others internally. And actually, when we saw some of the stats that had come in for some of your things like Twitter Spaces and some of the attendances, we were we questioned them as to, is this right? But the level of interest you're generating is incredible. So we're really proud of that, and we're really looking forward to working with you guys and actually learning from you about how we really perfect this hub model, so that not only does it work in Sri Lanka, but so that it works in other regions of the world. So we have another hub in Latin America. We have one in sub-Saharan Africa that is starting, and we also have one in Japan. So getting all of the inputs from all of those hubs helps us really improve the member experience and the experience of those who are joining and taking part in Intersect. And the more people that come and get involved, the richer the experience will really be. So you guys have done an amazing job. Again, I can't thank you enough for that. And I'm really, really pleased to be here today to engage with your community. And hopefully we'll run a lot more of these events moving forward. It's certainly great to see the development. So thank you for that.
All right, Nick, thank you so much for those kind words. And also, again, I think I speak for everyone here when I say to you and to Abs, thank you so much for being here. And know it's Saturday, so much appreciated. And yeah, we will continue to do better moving forward as well. Continue to improve, continue to grow. So hopefully we'll see what we can do with our events moving forward. And next up, I would like to invite Reshan over to have a discussion on our experience for the International Industry Expo event. So, Reshan, off to you.
Hi guys, again, thank you for joining us. I know it's Saturday, so I'll try to be as brief as possible. So the International Industry Expo had over 1,300 booths, which spanned over 25 industries. So we were lucky to be one of those booths in the industry. Um, Let me give you, so we had a lot of prep work because we wanted to make sure, we were represented properly. So actually, there's some pictures that I want to show you. If we go to the next slide, this is the prep work we were doing. So we decided to make sure that any information that is needed was on the boards. So anyone passing by, I can record, and then they can come and ask us, what is this? What are you guys doing? So we actually spent most of our time prepping, making sure everything was ready. I think there's a bit more pictures to show you for the prep work. So this is actually the final thing. And most of you guys who visited us would have seen it. We put a lot of thought into it to make sure that everything was clear and that everyone who passed by would stop and say hi. So we had a lot of merchandise. We got some mugs, pens, t-shirts. So, anytime they were using the product, the merchandise, they would remember us. So we we made sure it was something we can use. So we had some keychains. We threw in some stickers and posters as well, for the little ones who come around. So, it's always spreading the logos and all that stuff. So and actually every single person who joined for the even joined us, we gave them merchandise. We gave them some pens, and even the founding members, we actually founding members got a bit more stuff just to make sure they know that they were the founding member. So that's the some of the ways that we did, and to get people driving and signing up. So I mean, it worked because we had over 100 signups and we had about 13 founding members or more, right? Yeah. So I mean, it spanned over 5 days. It was a very interesting expo. Actually, I think all of us, this is one of the first times that we did it. So this is just some of the glimpses of the day one. We had, as you can see, we had people explaining, we had our team explaining, we had some members signing up. So we took pictures as much as we can. Some people a bit shy to take pictures, so we don't have all the pictures here. But the people who allowed us to take pictures, we are featuring them here. And also, I think you can see this is day one. And so basically, it was just explaining to everyone what we were doing, right? So they were very interested because we are the first hub in Sri Lanka. So they were all interested. They were all, willing to learn, and it was actually very nice to see the community coming together. And actually, day three, we had the governor of the central bank, Dr. Nandala Veerasinghe, who joined us. So as you can see, this is the picture, and our CEO is explaining to him. Can everyone see? You can see this, right? Yeah. So I just want to make sure you can see this is a very defining moment for us, because out of the 1,300 booths, he stopped by us and he spent some time, and we were explaining to him exactly what we're doing, which was very exciting for us. Um, and we had a lot of local media, which was actually good, because day to day they came and they were filming us, because it's new for everyone, right? So it's very nice to see how people were very interested, come in asking, come in explaining. Everyone who passed by stopped and said, "Okay, can you explain to us, exactly what this is?" And it was very heartwarming, and it was really really nice. I mean, that's all I can say about it, because I mean, it was incredible the amount of community support that we had. We had over 2,000 flyers distributed, and unbelievable turnout. I mean, we were not expecting that many people at all. So I mean, next time we had to make sure we get more merch, clearly, because it was insane. As you can see, this is just a glimpse of the people who allowed us to take pictures, because some of them are very shy. We tried pushing them, but it was very some were easily convinced than others. So these are just some pictures of people signing up. And I think overall it was a very successful event, and I'm so proud of our entire team, because we definitely had a lot of prep work and everything, and we did everything as best as we can. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I think now Isturu is going to translate everything I said in Sinhala.
Hi everyone, I'm CFO for Coin Ceylon Sri Lanka. මම ඇතරම රෂාන් කියපු එකේ සාරාංශ කිරීමක් කරනම් සිංහලෙන්. මොකද ගොඩක් දීර්ඝ සාරාංශ කිරීමක් නැතුව කෙටියෙන් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපි ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එක්ස්පෝ එක 2024 එතන තිබ්බා බූත් 1300ක්. ඒ වගේම කර්මාන්තාංශ 25ක් ඇතුළත තිබ්බා. ඉතාමත් සාර්ථකව අපිට ඒක කරගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා. විශ්ලේෂණ පෙන්වුවා ගොඩක් පින්තූර මේකේ මේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකේ. එතකොට අපි එතනදී ගොඩක් merchandise products, mugs, pens, t-shirts, key tags, ඒ වගේම ගොඩක් promotional events එතන කරලා ගොඩක් සමාජිකයන් බඳවා ගත්තා. සමාජිකයන් 125කට වඩා වැඩි ප්‍රමාණයක් බඳවා ගත්තා. අපිට එතනදී ගොඩක් university students ලා හම්බුණා, university professors ලා හම්බුණා. ඒ වගේම business managers ලා හම්බුණා. ඒ වගේම day 3 එකේදී අපිට මහා බැංකුව අධිපති ඩොක්ටර් නන්දලාල් වීරසිංහත් හම්බුණා. ඒ වගේම ඒ දවස් 5ම ඉතාම සාර්ථකව නිම කරන්න පුළුවන්. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Right. Thank you, Isuru, for that translation in Singular for the Expo event. So everyone, I think we've come to the end of our town hall discussion, but don't worry, there's more town halls to come, and each town hall will be diving a bit more in depth into what Intersect is doing. Um, but now I think it's time for some community engagement and Q&As. So if there's anyone who has a question for us, you can raise your hand, and one of us will give you speaking rights. So go ahead.
I know, I just wanted to ask something. I know you guys had a video where you were speaking to the news channel and telling about Intersect. And that was really cool. I felt that was amazing. I don't know if you have that as a glimpse, like, here right now to show, but if not, then maybe direct it to where it is so then people can actually, who listening in later on could also see it because that was amazing. Everyone in the team just loved that. So yeah, that was really good. So you had a really good interview there. So yeah.
Thanks, Abs. I think it's actually on the same slides that we were on earlier. Let's see if I can actually, that's a very good idea. Let me just see if I can. It was here. I think one of the links is here. Actually, we were featured on news twice, but I think let's get one open up.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ බ්ලොක්චේන් නවෝත්පාදන සහ ප්‍රජා සහභාගීත්වය දිරිමත් කිරීමට කැපවන දකුණු ආසියාවේ ප්‍රථම ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් ප්‍රජා කේන්ද්‍රස්ථානය මෙවර ප්‍රදර්ශනයේ සමගින් එක්ව ඇත්තේ බ්ලොක්චේන් මීළඟ පරම්පරාවේ පුළුල් ව්‍යාප්ත වූ සංවර්ධනය සහ මෙහෙයුම්කරණයේ ප්‍රමුඛයා ලෙසයි.
ලංකාවේ ප්‍රථම වතාවට තමයි ලංකාවේ බ්ලොක්චේන් සමාගම ලෝක ප්‍රසිද්ධ බ්ලොක්චේන් සමාගමක් කරන කෙනෙක් කඩානෝ සමාගම සමග ගෙවිසුම් ගතව මෙම ප්‍රජා සාමූහිකය අද දින ඉදිරිපත් කරන්නේ මේ ඉන්ටර්සෙක්ට් MBO කියන සමාජිකයන් මූලික කරගත්ත ප්‍රජා සාමූහිකය දකුණු ආසියාවේ පළවෙනි වතාවට තමයි එළි දැක්වෙන්නේ. Coin Ceylon Intersect MBO ශ්‍රී ලංකා කියන ප්‍රජා සාමූහිකය ඇතුලේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා සියලුම තාක්ෂණික ශිල්පීන්ට තියෙන ගැටලු අපි විසඳන්න ලෑස්ති. බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය කියන්නේ ලංකාවට ඇත්තටම අලුත් දෙයක්. අලුත් තාක්ෂණය තුල කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් මොනවාද? ඒකෙන් ඒගොල්ලන් ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් අත්දැකීම් මොනවාද කියන එකයි අපි තව ගොඩාක් ඉදිරි මාස කිහිපය ඇතුළත වැඩමුළු සහ තවත් උත්සව පවත්වන්න ගොඩක් තීරණය කරලා තියෙනවා. රිසෝසස් ඔක්කොම අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවට අමතරව සිංහල සහ දෙමළ භාෂාවෙනුත් ඉදිරියට ලබා දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. IT පැවිලියන් එකේ Hall M booth 15 එකේ අපි ඉන්නවා. එන්න අපේ සමාජිකයන් එක්ක කතා කරන්න.
Yeah, I think it's that. I will also share the links in the chat as well if someone wants to go through it. I think it was featured also on the newsletter that went out from Intersect as well, and it's also on our X pages. So it was actually a very good experience for all of us, and we had a very good response on that as well. So I think we'll be doing a little bit more on that, and especially with our coming physical event ahead, we will also be speaking to a lot of the media as well. So that's great. I think there are a few people who are raising their hands. So can I see if someone's already?
We have some Suema and Sandrua.
Okay.
Suimal, we've given you a speaker right, so go for it. Let's.
Hi guys, just a quick question I had for you guys. We actually don't know when you guys are having these events. So is there a way for us to keep track of the events you guys organize so it's better able for us to follow?
Yes, Suimal, thank you for that question. Oh, okay. No, Abs, go for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, grants, of course, there's a lot of information on our Discord if you are a member of Insect and you are on our Discord, on our announcements and in our knowledge base, there's a lot of information. So other than that, Sanjay, if you have any other information you want to.
Yeah, I just want to let him know that in case if you're trying to keep track of the events that the hub is hosting as well as what Intersect is doing, you can always follow us on X, and we're also very active on Discord as well. So if you join the Intersect Discord server, you also get access to the multiple hubs as well. So yeah, all the things that we're doing basically in terms of events and community meetups, town halls, everything is on X and Discord. So I think that would be the best two places for you to keep track on what we're doing. Hope that helps, Suima. Nick, I think we've given you speaking rights as well for your question.
Hi, Nick. Yeah, I just saw the message on the chat. For us, the next step after the town hall would be our physical event that we're planning to have early next month. We will be actually sending out some details regarding that. And right after the first physical event, that basically that what we're doing, trying to do that is to get as much exposure to the hub to let everybody know that we are here and we are live, because the expo event actually came in as an added advantage for us, because we were able to communicate that to pretty much a broad audience. But we are also trying to get as a lot of media personnel and PR organizations and things like that to just give them an idea also that we are here and this is what we're planning on doing and things like that. So that is the next one that we have planned at the moment. And we also have the town halls, monthly town halls that are happening. And the other thing is we are talking with the universities to bring up the partnerships. They actually what we're trying to do is not just have like one workshop. We want to have like a series of workshops. So we are talking with them to see whether we can get some slots where we'll be able to do that throughout a period of time. So that's one of the areas that we're working on right now.
All right, Nick, thanks again for that question. Hope that was clear. We are looking for another question. Sadhuran, we are giving you speaking rights next because you've been in line for a while. So once we unmute you, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to know what will be the membership cost for the joining with the Intersect MBO?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the question, Sadhuran. So basically, I think Kavind already spoke about the memberships, but as initially there is no cost for being a member for Intersect. So you can basically join as an associate member, which is a free sign up, and it only takes about 5 minutes to basically go through the entire registration process. So after that, there is a founding membership, which is basically once you've become an associate member, you can basically go through the Intersect Knowledge Hub. You can read more about what Intersect is doing, and like if you believe in the cause and if you are interested in being part of this vibrant community, you can basically pay $10, and $10 is more or less close to about 3,000 rupees a year. So that is an annual fee, so you don't have to worry about any other costs involved. So as I think Kavita mentioned before, there is certain different benefits for being an associate member and a founding member, but still it's advantageous to be both. So yeah, I hope that helps. But then, like to your question, the only difference is the associate membership is free, a free sign up, and the founding member sign up is only $10 a year, so 3,000 rupees more or less a year.
Yeah, just to add a little bit to that, Sandharan, I will also share the link here. You can actually go to the Intersect website and actually read a little bit more on that too, if you want to get more information. And like I mentioned earlier, we have the local hub page on the CoinCeylon website as well. So you have all the benefits in Sinhala also. So then you can go through all of the details. And if you want to get more information about a certain aspect of it, please do reach out to us via email or any of the social media channels that we have mentioned. So we'll be more than happy to clarify anything out for you.
All right. Next question. I think Nimeka, if you are listening, we are giving you the rights to ask your question next. So once yeah, you can go ahead. Just give us a second. And then Sanat, you will be up next after Nimeka suggests. do hold on.
Hi. So first of all, thank you for hosting these very insightful sessions. I just want to know, is there a place where I can get more information on Intersect, just so, I can get to know more about it, do some research?
Nick, do you want to take that, or should I just?
Sure, jump in, Abs. I was going to refer to obviously the website and also the knowledge base. So if you want to talk about that a little bit more, please do.
Yeah, so we do have our knowledge base, which got the whole information about what Intersect is from A to Z, about which grants are coming up, which are already been done. If you are, again, it's all on Discord, and of course it's on our website. So if you do, I don't know if you've already joined our Discord. If not, then please do come in, and then you can definitely be seen in the FAQ. We have all the links there. So just give us a hi, and I'm more than happy to help you on Discord and guide you in the right way to all the knowledge we have on the knowledge base. Yeah, on the site. But yeah, we have everything. It's all on the website. Yeah. Thank you, Kavi.
Abs, thank you so much for answering that question. Okay, we have Rebecca. I hope that is helpful. And we will give Sanat the rights to ask his question next. Sandhuran, I do see you raised your hand again. I'm not sure if that's by mistake or if you have another question, but we will get to you. So yeah, Sanat, you are going to be up next.
I am Sanat. Hello.
Okay, Sanat.
Hello. අතරම මේ මට කියන්න තියෙන මෙහි සිංහලට තමිල් කට්ටිය තමයි ඉන්නේ. ඒක ලැන්ග්වේජ් එකත් එක්ක මේ කතා කරනකොට මේ කට්ටියට හරියට කමියුනිකේෂන් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. අපිට පුළුවන් නම් සිංහලෙන් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් මේ අපිට මේක එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ ඒකට අවස්ථාවක් දෙන්න.
Sanat, thank you, ප්‍රශ්නෙට.
ඔව් සනත් බොහොම ස්තුතියි ප්‍රශ්නයට. අපේ ලර්නින් රිසෝසස් දැනට ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් වගේම සිංහලෙනුත් කරගෙන යනවා. අපි ඉස්සරහට ටැමිල් වලිනුත් ඒක කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපි හිතනවා ඉතින් ඔයාලට ගොඩක් ඒක උදව් වෙයි. ඔයාලට විතරක් නෙමෙයි සිංහල දෙමළ භාෂාවලින් බ්ලොක්චේන් තාක්ෂණය ගැන උදව් ලබා ගන්න කැමති අයට මේ ගැන ඉගෙන ගන්න කැමති අයට ගොඩක් අපි මේ ඉස්සරහට මේ රිසෝසස් ඉදිරිපත් කරාට පස්සේ ඒ වගේන් සහායක් ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඇත්තටම වටින ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇහුවේ. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
I'll just translate the question that came from Sanath. Was basically what he asked was if the material is going to be just in English, or if there is a way that they can get it in Sinhala or Tamil. Like, do we have any plan to do that? And what is actually mentioned is the fact that we've already started it, and we have already started rolling out the member onboarding content in Sinhala, and we will be getting into Tamil as well. So we basically briefed on that. And also there is another question on the chat, which is in Sinhala. So I will actually answer that. Sahas, අහලා තිනවා අපිට blockchain ගැන ඉගෙන ගන්න මොකක් හෝ පාඩමක් හෝ coding program එකක් තියනවාද කියලා. ඇත්තටම ඔව්. ඒකට හේතුව කඩාන ගැන ඉගෙන ගන්න කවුරු හරි කැමති කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා නම් ඒකට resources, learning resources සහ ඒ coding programs සහ ඒ details ගන්න තැන් අපි ඔයාව එතෙන්ට අපිට ගයිඩ් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකට හේතුව ඒ ගොඩක් ඒවා නොමිලේ තමයි තියෙන. ඒකට කීයක්වත් වියදම් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. කිව්වා දැනටම කෝඩ් කරන කෙනෙක් නම් ඔයා ඩෙවලොපර් කෙනෙක් නම් ඔයාට ඒ ලර්නින් මටීරියල්ස් දැනගන්න ඕනේ නම් ඒක කොහෙන්ද ගන්න කියලා ඒකට සම්බන්ධ දේවල් අපි ලබා දෙන්න සූදානම්. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අපිත් එක්ක අපිට කතා කරන්න X එකේ මාර්ගයෙන් හෝ Discord එක මාර්ගයෙන් හෝ අපේ email address එක අපි මේ chat එකේ දානවා srilanka@intersectmbo.org කියන email address එකට අපිට එවන්න මේ ඔයාගේ details. ඔයා sign up වෙන්න associate member කෙනෙක් විදිහට. එතකොට අපි මේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම details වලට සහ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් specific ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් අපිට ඒකට උදව් කරන්න පුළුවන් අනිවාර්යෙන්ම. ඒකින්ද ඒක ඇත්තටම මේ බොහොම හොඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඒක අපිට ස්තුතියි. Sahas actually asked a question regarding I think he is a developer, so I think he's asking whether there, like if there was a way for them to learn a little bit more on developments on Cardano blockchain technologies, like how do they get to start on that aspect as well? Will we be able to tell them where to start on that aspect as well? So I just mentioned that those learning resources and materials are actually available on Cardano, and that's available for free. So you can actually get all of the code bases and learning resources as well. That is something that we can actually help out as well. So that's the answer actually I gave on that.
And again, I think there's a couple of really great questions there that allude to the benefits of localized hubs. First of all, is being able to get content in your localized language, and also the ability not only for that, but to get signposted by your local hub to the right resources that you need for within Intersect and Cardano.
All right, Nick, sorry I interrupted you halfway. I didn't realize I was on mute. So yeah, I don't think we have any more questions. If there is, if anyone has any other questions or thoughts or anything they'd like to share, now is the time. If not, we will be concluding our first town hall. But don't worry, in case you have any questions for later date, you will be able to still catch us. So I will give it a minute or two. If we don't see any more questions, I think this town hall has come to an end. And again, Nick and Abs, thank you again for joining us and being a part of our first town hall. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you guys in future town halls as well.
Absolutely, and thanks for involving us. It's really great to be part of, and hopefully we can contribute a lot more to some future events with you guys. It's super exciting times, so really appreciate it. I think you guys are going really full steam ahead at this, and it's great to see, and it's really exciting for the whole of Intersect and the community. So thank you guys for your efforts and for generating such a great community that you're fostering and collaborating with.
Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. I think there is a question on the chat for you guys. Again, looks like you guys won't be able to get away by just coming into the town halls.
Well, I was going to ask Nick, when am I going to Sri Lanka? Next,
Yeah, definitely you guys should come down for sure.
Yes.
Nick's like, oh boy, here we go. I think the whole team should actually go, right? I mean, I think Sri Lanka is doing such an amazing job in the hub. It is only right that we do check it out, and it would be good to see everyone face to face. It's nothing like a face to face meeting, and that I've realized in various events. When you see someone face to face, it just means that connection's deeper, and it's easier to talk. So yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to see you guys in Sri Lanka soon. So Nick, leave that to you.
Yeah, no, like I echo that. Through doing some traveling this year, I think being face to face with people is always of great value. And whilst we can't promise anything, it would be certainly great to come and see you guys at some point. And we'll see what we can do on that. Certainly, if there's any opportunities for us to come and visit you, we will. We'd love to do that and engage with the localized community there. It's growing, it's exciting, and if we can come and visit you, we certainly will.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you everybody for attending. Abs, thank you so much for coming in despite the cricket match going on the side. And Nick, thank you so much for joining us, even though you're traveling as well. And everybody else who actually joined us, despite the time differences, maybe from Sri Lanka and maybe from around the world as well. So a huge thanks to all of you for being there and also asking us questions. Your feedback and your questions really do help us a lot. So please do get in touch with us. Send in all your feedback, constructive criticism, whatever it is. We'll be more than happy to be in touch with all of you. So thank you so much, guys. So with that, I think we will conclude the town hall for today. So have a wonderful weekend and good night. Take care.
Good night. Thank
Cheers,
you, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye.